I just want to talk about Invincible season 3 for like, I don't know, however long this video takes. People are complaining about the animation. First, this is the first thing I want to talk about. People complain about the animation this season. Honestly, I couldn't really tell if it was bad or good, but then again, I'm a kind of guy that can't tell 30 frames from 60 frames per second in a video game. So, my thoughts on the animation, probably not the best, but I thought it looked okay. I did not have any complaints. Now, if they let it cook for a little bit longer and they're like, yeah, like let's like every 2 years let's release a season, that way we can have longer to work on the animation, that's fine. I wouldn't, it wouldn't bother me, but a lot of people, they live by consume product, get ready for next product, so a lot of people are like, oh, I need it now, I want it now. But honestly, if they were to, because I've read the comics, I like, and I like the comics, so I kind of know what to expect. There's some things in season, there's a thing in season 3 where I kind of looked at it and I was like, that's not in the comics. I'm interested to see where this goes. But I mean, the story, great. The ramp up to the Invincible War arc, really good. And then, the character building, fantastic, because there's a lot of really impactful character moments in this season that, if you like certain characters, you're going to love, their little moments. There is there is some scenes with Rick Explode that if you didn't like him before, you're going to end up loving him by the end of the season. Oliver, gets a lot of character, depth to him. There's a lot, the Invincible War, probably one of the biggest, I wouldn't say the biggest arc in the comics, but it's a pretty big arc in the comics, pretty big story. Not in lengthwise, but it's handled very well here, and it builds up to Conquest. Now a lot of people talk about Conquest's voice not being oh, it's not comic accurate, but I thought his voice was fine. I liked his voice for who he's playing. Jeffrey Dean Morgan Negan, he did great. I don't know why people were so mad about it. I mean, look, they gave you the rematch that you wanted, that you Walking Dead fans wanted, of Negan versus Glenn. I've never seen The Walking Dead, but apparently a lot of people wanted to see that. And Glenn apparently got his licks in. I don't really know much about The Walking Dead. I never really watched it. I think I've seen a couple episodes, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Invincible season 3, which is a must watch. Even though IGN did the abhorrent thing of putting episode 10 at what was they give it an 8 or something. They gave it some kind of ridiculous score. I'm not entirely sure. I'll probably look that up later. I could be wrong with what they gave it. But I'm pretty sure they gave it a bad score, because I heard a lot of people bashing on it or something like that. But you can't spell IGN without, you can't spell ignorant without IGN. So, people are always going to bash on them for having awful opinions and horrible. They're not. But the fight against Conquest is I feel like the reason the animation was so bad this season, or everybody said it was bad, I didn't have any problem. I saw some things, I was that's a little weird, but I think what happened is they put everything, and I mean they had the C team working on the animation, and the B team and the A team was working on this fight, because this fight was phenomenal. It was just in that speech that he gives of I'm so lonely, I'm a failure, I'm a, what is it? He said I'm a failure. What is it? Or I'm a product of my own success, because he's so lonely because everybody's scared of him, and no one wants to talk to him. Be damn, that chills, man. It wasn't that speech isn't even in the comics. They made that specifically for the show, and it's just probably some of the best that I've like some like one of the best speeches in like comic history, you know, because like you have like you're listening to it and you're like I'm so when like those first words are spoken and it just chills. Like I'm getting chills just thinking about it. But yeah, definitely tune into this season, watch it. It's really good. Like if you don't really, again, people are saying the animation is bad. I don't really know about that because, like I said, like I can't tell the difference between 30 frames and 60 frames. And if people call me dumb for that, but I don't know. I played Nintendo games all my life, but season 3, really good. Highly recommend it. You know, conquest fight's crazy. Invincible War is really good. Character moments, probably some of the best that Invincible has had. The breakout scene between Alan and Omni-Man, the prison, is amazing. They give you more Battle Beast, which is just always the best because like I'm a big Battle Beast fan. And whenever whenever Battle Beast is on screen, I'm just smiling from ear to ear because he's just an incredible character. Because I'm a boxer. I love to fight, and I love just being able to have like someone like give me a challenge. And there he and I see him and he's just like, yes, I'm just here for the fight. That's all I want. And I'm just like, I relate because I'm just here for the fight. It's just like Conquest. He's just like, I'm not here to convince you. I'm here because I want to kick your ass. But yeah, highly recommend season 3. I think it's probably the best season so far. I mean, don't get me wrong, season 1's incredible. The animation, the character moments, like the like everything, like in season 1, the fights, the character, the animation, the character moments, like season 1's great. But I think just like the last couple episodes, like probably like pushed it over season 1 just for me, because like it was just, oh man, I can't gush about the final episode enough, but it was absolute cinema, just peak, and Cecil. I love Cecil. He's a great character, but he sees the strongest Viltrumite that they've seen so far come to the planet. Absolutely beat on everybody. Like, he beats on Oliver. He beats on Mark. He kills Adam Eve. He literally he sees him. And he's like, oh yeah, 400 pounds of steel or whatever, metal, tungsten, whatever you put him under. It's like, oh yeah, that's gonna, 400, yeah, that's gonna hold him. And if he so much as twitches a muscle, the whole place is rigged to explode. And I'm just thinking, Cecil, you can't be that dumb. You saw how strong he is. Do you not think he's gonna break out? We all know he's gonna break out. Us that have read the comics, we know what's about to happen. Cecil, you're supposed to be smart. When Mark told you, hey, burn the body, you should have burned the body. Because, what are you gonna have happen? Next time he breaks out, what? You just gonna have Eve kill herself? Kill herself again so she can do the same thing that she did? No. You don't understand. I get that, you want to learn about the Empire and you want to, give Earth a fighting chance against them, but you need to, you have, the sound thing that literally paralyzed Mark. Just make more of that. Just make a big thing of that. Make little sound grenades that can throw them off. Or you have Sinclair working on the spoiler, by the way. So skip this. Go to I don't know, it's gonna take like 15 seconds, 20 seconds, just to go like to 10:30 or whatever. You have Sinclair making the invincible, like invincible marks, like of like the dead marks from the Invincible War. Like, you have all these things, and yet you're still like, I want to learn more about this. Like, no, you don't. Like, he's stronger than you realize. Like, and he's not even the strongest one. Like, there are stronger ones that are coming. So like, if he already did that to Mark, and this is just talking about the story. I've read the comic. I know what happens. But like, for people that haven't, but like, let's say he goes back, because I mean they're already doing some things differently, so they could take it to a different realm. But let's say he goes back to Viltrumite, like he breaks out, goes back to Viltrum, brings Thrag, and if they were together, like as two of the strong, like Thrag is the strongest, but if they like team up together, like it's over. Like I mean, like Thrag. But I mean, like, I don't know, Cecil. Like, look, I love you, man. You're also one of my favorite characters. I think probably third in my list. But like, dude, like, why? How can you be that idiotic to think that, yeah, this would be a good idea to keep this guy alive? Because you've seen that nothing on Earth was able to hurt Omni-Man, and yet you think that the things that you can create now is gonna... No, that's not how this works. But I don't know. But yeah, anyway, season 3. Watch season 3. It's great. I just had to go on a little rant there, but signing off.